All familiar with the speculation about alien intervention when it comes to the Egyptian pyramid design and construction. But whether you believe in that theory or not, there is one thing that people swear shows strong signs aliens did visit Earth during those times: the Egyptian hieroglyphics, which are literary characters in a symbolic alphabetic form of writing. And one of the most interesting discovered hieroglyphics that many say has links with extraterrestrials is the 2,000 to 3,000 year old so-called Abydos helicopter. It was found in an ancient temple that was built by Seti I and his son Ramses II in Abydos, Egypt. Now, looking at it, what's the first thing you can spot? Well, there's no denying that this looks like a helicopter, this looks like some sort of boat or yacht, this looks like a ship of some sort, and that looks like what many say is a futuristic ship or glider. So this was found on a stone slab that was supporting the ceiling. It was studied and concluded that it was nothing more than an accidental illusion caused by overlapping hieroglyphics, where plaster had been set onto the stone to replace the writing underneath, and that was it. It was sort of left and not talked about again. But there are a few researchers who say there is much more to this. They concluded that if the Egyptians wanted to overlap any existing writing, they would simply replace the limestone. It's believed the hieroglyphics would have been engraved on the ground and then elevated up into position, so if a change needed to be done, researchers say they could have just replaced the block and wouldn't have to replaster it. Then there are those who do not believe it has anything to do with ancient technology. They say if there were vehicles like the ones believed to be shown, then surely there would be a lot more evidence of them and not just on one single inscription. So what do you think of these mysterious hieroglyphics? Is it proof aliens came down during the ancient Egyptian years, or is it nothing more than a coincidence? Astronauts. It's always fascinating when an astronaut argues the existence of aliens, because if anyone has more of a chance of seeing an extraterrestrial, it's going to be astronauts who venture into space. Now, the rumour is that if an astronaut witnesses a UFO or an extraterrestrial being, they cannot report this to the press. But that hasn't stopped them, because over the years, many astronauts have told of encounters with aliens. In June 1965, when astronauts Ed White and James McDivitt were passing over Hawaii in a Gemini spacecraft, they say they witnessed a strange-looking metallic object with long arms sticking from it. McDivitt took pictures, but he said that it did not capture what he could see properly due to the glare and the grubby window. The rumour is that he also took a video, but this has never been released. McDivitt has said that some UFO promoters did exaggerate the story, but debunkers did also underestimate it. Another sighting by astronauts happened in December of the same year. Gemini astronauts James Lovell and Frank Borman saw an unidentified spacecraft some distance from their capsule. The Gemini Control Center told him that he was seeing the final stage of their own booster rocket, but Frank confirmed that he could see the booster rocket and the unidentified object was something completely different, but what exactly it was is a mystery. Now, whether you believe Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong's moon landing was a hoax or not, they both apparently reported that aliens have a base on the moon and were told to get off and stay off. According to unconfirmed reports, both Neil and Buzz saw UFOs shortly after landing on the moon on the 21st of July 1969. According to former NASA employee Otto Binder, unnamed radio hams with their own VHF receiving facilities that bypassed NASA's broadcasting outlets picked up the following exchanges. What was it? What the hell was it? That's all I want to know. What's there? These babies are huge, sir, enormous. Oh my god, you wouldn't believe it. I'm telling you, there are other spacecraft out there, lined up on the far side of the Any of those theories or not, there is absolutely no denying that the universe is incredible and has left us with many unanswered questions. The Men in Black. Now, although this sort of ties in with the thought that NASA are covering things up, the Men in Black deserve a talk on their own. The Men in Black are thought to be government agents who harass or threaten UFO and alien witnesses to keep them quiet about what they have seen. Over the years, there have been many myths flying around about them, and whether they exist or not is still a mystery. But if they do, then many say it proves that there is something out there that the government do not want us to know about. Now, whether their existence can be confirmed, there are tons of reports of people believing they have had encounters with them, like the one told by Dr. Herbert Hopkins, a respected family physician